Hello dear students, today we will discuss one of the topic called as capacity. By seeing this particular word capacitor, what do you mean by capacity? Capacity means how much it can store, correct? No? So similarly, this is the kind of device which is used to store a charges. You might be thinking that though we have a batteries, what is the need of this particular capacitor, correct? I'll tell the basic concept of this particular capacitor, what it can do over there. Okay. For time being, we have some circuit somewhat. There is one battery. There is one bulb over here. To glow this particular bulb, it need around. For time being, I'll take it need 1 amp at a time. But your battery, if I connect from directly battery to over here, this is not possible to flash at a particular time. So, to resolve this particular concept, we need to take one capacitor. So, if I connect from battery to this capacitor and capacitor to this particular bulb, which can possibly flash at a time only if it gains 1 amp at a time. How it can gain 1 amp at a time? Because so initially your job is to store all the charges which is there from battery. For example, battery which is having n number of charges over there, but we don't want n number of charges, and we cannot expect n number of charges at a time to glow this particular bulb over here. Why? Because since your battery which is consist of some internal resistance, it cannot give 1 amp at a time. But if I use the capacitor, it doesn't have any internal resistance. So whatever you have stored over here directly which can dump into this particular bulb to glow over there. So this is the beauty of this particular concept. Now we will discuss one by one, which you can see on the board. So as I told, this is a capacitor which is used to store what? Electrical energy. Okay. If a nucleus which stores energy means it is a nuclear energy. If you store energy in terms of chemical means it is a chemical energy. Since we are dealing in terms of capacitor or this energy which is basically related to the charges, so which means it is a electrical energy. So what is the definition of this capacitor? I can expect it is a kind of device which is used to store the charges. And how it is constructed? Now, if I take one conductor somewhat like this, and this is the conductor what I can expect. Okay? Now, if I give positive charges over here, I am giving positive charge Q over here. Now, you bring your conductor, and which is the neutralized conductor, and if I bring and keep it over here somewhat like this, what happens here? For time being, this is uncharged conductor. You know the concept of charges induced. If I bring this particular conductor nearby this positive charge, what happens? Redistribution of the charges will take place, so that all the negative charges will occupy in this surface and positive charges will occupy on the other surface. Correct? Now I don't want to keep this positive charge at this particular surface. So that I need to do what? Just ground this particular side of the conductor over here. So that what happens? All the positive charge which is going towards the earth. So what is left out over here? The only positive and negative charges. And these are separated by a small distance. Correct? So this is how exactly your capacitor can looks like. And basically these are two conductors separated by a small distance where dielectric medium between this particular region. We will get to know what exactly the dielectric medium is, a kind of insulating medium. Okay, we will go step by step. For time being, you remember the word dielectric, which is there between the two plates. Are you getting? So this is how exactly it works. So this what I can expect the definition of a capacitor over here. Okay. So what is capacitor? It's a kind of device which is used to store what? Charges. Now, you might have thinking, how to increase the potential? This is a conductor. How I increase the potential over here? Just by adding the charges. If I keep on adding the charges, what happens? Its potential increases. So, by taking help of this particular concept, can I say, if charge increases, potential also increases? Correct, no? Yes. Now, if I want to write in terms of some equation, we need one constant, that is Q, which is equal to C into V over here. Where C which is what? This is a constant, we can call it as capacitance of the capacitor. Where C which is what? Capacitance of a capacitor. V which is what? Voltage or potential difference across the two conductors. And Q which is what? Charge which have added over there, or charge is induced over here. Okay. So with respect to C, what I can write? Q by V. Now, what is the SI unit of charge I can expect? That is coulomb. What is the SI unit of a volt I can expect? That is nothing but volt. Or what is the SI unit of potential I can expect? That is nothing but volt. Exactly. So that particular result looks somewhat odd, correct? If I say it is a coulomb per volt, instead of using all the time, we have a standard definition called as farad. That is 1 farad. The definition or SI unit of a capacitance, we can call it as 1 farad or farad. Okay, instead of saying coulomb per volt, your job is to say now onwards capacitance. It's like 1 farad, 2 farad, 3 farad. You no need to mention 1 coulomb per volt, 2 coulomb per volt. So if someone asks what is the capacity of the capacitor, is some farad. Okay. Now use your common sense. If you have, how I can say capacitance, or how I can make capacitance of the conductor is 1 farad. How? If 1 coulomb of a, if I say, if 1 coulomb of a charge given to a conductor, its potential raises its 1 volt. So this is what I can expect the definition of capacitance of the capacitor. What is the definition of capacitance of the capacitor? The charge given to a conductor to raise the potential. That is called as just a definition of capacitance of a capacitor. Now, how to define 1 farad? If how many charge? 1 coulomb of a charge. If 1 farad is equal to 1 coulomb of a charge required to raise the potential of a conductor is 1 volt. Potential raises by how much? 1 volt. So 1 coulomb by 1 volt, which is equal to 1 farad. And don't think this 1 farad is very small unit. Normally we can expect the value which is values of capacitance which is nearly about in terms of microfarad. Micro means what? What is the micro I can expect? The micro, the 1 microfarad which is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad. 1 nanofarad which is equal to what? 1 into 10 to the power minus 9 farad. So these are the standard definition we can expect. This is not possible in terms of practical phenomena. This is basically we can standardize with respect to the theoretical form. Okay. Now I have given the definition, that is if 1 coulomb of a charge is required to raise the potential of a conductor by how many volt? Is 1 volt. That is called as what? 1 farad. Now, don't you think your earth can also store some charges? How? When the lightning bolt which strikes on the earth, don't you think it can store a charge over there? Now, though it is infinity amount of charges, we'll see what is the capacitance of earth over here. So, What is the formula? What is the relation we have got just now? That is the capacitance which is equal to Q by V. Correct? No? Next, if I say capacitance which is equal to Q by V, we have learnt that in our previous discussion of a potential at a point. What is the formula we had? That is V which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Correct? No? So if I take this particular earth somewhat like this, and if a charge which is located on the outer surface, can I say this is the center of earth and this is the radius of earth over here? If radius is constant in a particular circle, can I say potential is also constant over here? Because the radius is constant over here. Okay? Now, each particular point, what is the potential here? Is same. V. What is the net potential? Is absolutely 0. So now, don't you think this looks like one more derivation, which is C which is equal to Q divided by V can be replaced by what? Potential at this particular point I want to measure. What is the formula I can expect? That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. 2 by 2, 1. 3 by 3, 1. Q by Q, 1. So what is left out over here? That is 4 pi epsilon naught into R. Okay, this is how exactly we can expect over here. Now, this is the expression. If they ask for 1 mark, we can expect what is the capacitance of earth. You can directly calculate by having the relation, that is C which is equal to 4 into pi can be taken as what? 3.14 into epsilon naught can be taken as what? What I can take? That is 8.87 10 to the power minus 12. What is the radius of earth I can expect? What is the radius of earth I can expect? That is 6,400 kilometers, that is nothing but power 3, which is equal to, what is the total calculation I can expect? That is 711 microfarad. So this is what I can expect. It is what? Capacity of earth. So think, which is not at all near about value of 1 farad. It is 711 microfarad, which is nothing but 711 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad, which is not at all 1 over here. So think, even though your earth is this much big, it is having a capacity of how much? Only this much. Only this much it can store. Are you getting? And one more thing we need to concentrate here is that